So because you have already talked about the key word of a fire, because in our previous live sessions, you often you talk about the fire is too much in the President Trump's budget, right? So today we will be also talk about the President Trump. Back to your strengths. That is that's called the Great Image Commentary of I Ching, right? So
Yeah.
we also previews because you talk about you think the fire too much fire in the President Trump's budget is means he might have some cases, right? Because so
Yeah,
we
the
law cases,
lawsuit. Yeah.
yeah.
It's quite often on the people on the year, like especially year of the born the year of young file, and I see quite few people like that, and they really easy got something with a lawsuit. So for Trump, is all his life, it's he got so many things to on the court. So he's not a, I think he's a bit professional for the court person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it's not bad because you are experienced. So you're not like a normal people, like you maybe just this year got trouble.
Mm-hmm.
But you will, people will feared, scared to on the court.
Mm-hmm.
But for Trump, he's experienced for that.
Yeah, and no, and we have previewed President Trump's and his family's cases, right? Until now, there is three cases. He and his families get involved in, and I also uh I have asked AI about the currently the situation in America now. So I think before the midterm election, there are many cases still was that also still unresolved at a high court, like the ending automatic citizenship of children, and also like the gun case, and also like the transgenders athlete cases. So there are also many cases still unresolved in the U.S. High Court. So,
Yeah.
so please tell us how do you interpret this situation related to the great image commentary of I Ching?
Yeah, so we continue. It's we got before I just post four picture. So the one picture is so about the thing you say is the lawsuit. So what that one is called Song. Song is image of conflict. So the image is says like heaven and water go their opposite ways. So that's called the supreme man carefully concise the beginning. So it tell you, the conflicts is open happen. It's again and again. But if you can, like aware with the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
maybe you can reduce a lot of things. That's because you not carefully consider the beginning. But the thing is happen is just the imaging. So I put one picture is about the words. So
Mm.
so the one word is called the song.
Yeah.
So the song is in the we call Jiagu one, and it's just two mouths, the two mouths. So it's like it start with two mouths, like you yelling to me, I yelling to you,
Oh.
and I'm not agree with you, you not agree with me. So it's from the two mouths. Then later on they put on the they put the voice we call the 言字旁, so on the left hand side. Then another is called 公. So what the 公 is meaning? So it's some mouth is at the middle side. So I get your voice, I get your voice. Okay. Then I'm in the middle. I had my voice. So what is that? That's judge. That's called the song. That's for this, just for these words.
Oh.
And so we back to the imaging. So the imaging is means, the heaven is on the top.
Yeah.
The water is on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So the imaging is a rain imaging. So it's like the water is come from heaven, drop to the ground. So that's why I put the imaging is the Trump, with his MAGA group,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a heavy rain,
Mm-hmm.
and they still join the rally, and he still had a speech under the rain.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I put. So in this imaging, they said is called the heaven and water go their opposite way. So I put another word is called way. So the way is in the middle. In the middle.
Mm-hmm.
It says like, a long time ago, if you had a city, if you go to you live in Japan,
Mm-hmm.
the cities that had all round, they had a big heavy fence, around.
Mm-hmm.
So way is in the Jaguan is around the fence. Then had the two people, they walk with opposite way. So they walk out from this place. So it means they left the place. They left the central area.
Oh, okay.
So that's called way. So that's why they said, because the rain, if they're not coming down, it's in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
It's called cloudy,
Mm-hmm.
cloud. But once they come down, so that's the imaging of the song is because they left, the water is left the heaven.
Mm.
So they started to the different direction.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's the one, imaging, about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the whole picture is tell you, the conflict is happened. So that's why I put the two imaging about conflict at the moment for the Trump. Sometimes conflict is needed because we need to know, the what's the situation. But if we back to the nature,
Mm-hmm.
and you just think of the imaging is, if you plan lots of things, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when the water come, so each plant is what they're doing. They try to reach the water, they love the water.
Mm-hmm.
So the conflict is become from even at the underground. Why? Because once the water to the underground, so each plant will extend their root, try to get, I need to grab the nutrition. I need to grab the nutrition.
Mm-hmm.
So the conflict is from nature is like the water is coming down, and it's a huge people needed. So the same for the world is like the money. So a lot of time we will put the image in the water is like a money.
Mm-hmm.
So when the money come down, people try to grab, I want to grab this, I want to grab this. So some people grab a little, some people grab more. So that's also the conflicts. So we can see, a lot of lawsuit and majority of them is about money,
Mm-hmm.
because imaging can be a lot. So I just explain, from the nature
Mm-hmm.
and to
But
So then
but it's really interesting when you describe the sentence of heaven and water go their opposite ways, and you use the raining image to expand it. So it's really interesting. I still think about it actually.
yeah, okay. Yeah, because that's the way, I did find, take a bit of time to try to find a good picture
Mm-hmm.
for the Trump. And then I found this picture. I think, oh, that's pretty good one,
Mm-hmm.
because I can put just the sky, have heavy rain and something,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not really much is a Trump story.
Mm-hmm.
So then I find this one, think, oh, that's the perfect one. So
Mm-hmm.
I put that.
So
Yeah.
could you expand this Trump's picture? once again, because how do we understand the raining falling down from the sky, and when Trump and his MAGA members, how do we understand it?
Oh yeah, it's just to tell you from the the hexagram picture.
Mm,
Hexagram also had the meaning.
mm,
So it we can say like what they doing is like make American great again.
mm-hmm,
So this is like the heaven statement.
mm-hmm,
Like we want to make MAGA, great again.
mm-hmm.
So that's the very strong statement. So Trump is leading this
Campaign.
this statement campaign. Yeah. So it seemed like a person had a very strong, because they had 3 young. So it's like a person, had a very strong ability, just same as Trump had medical report,
Mm-hmm,
So they said, oh, see, his heart is young, so this is young, so he had fully, the energy, can doing that. So it means some people had a very strong action ability,
mm-hmm,
and that's the one. So a lot of time we will compare with lots of group, like really the people is like water.
mm,
So like when people grab together, it's like a drip water grab together.
mm-hmm,
So it can go everywhere. So that's a kind of power. So the Trump is like like the upper hexagram, the 3 young. So he's the leader, and then the bottom is what the MAGA group, these people, that people,
mm,
and the people gather together is like a water, it's so you have to make this water to believe you.
mm.
So this is called song. Song is need. You need doing something. So why is rain come from the sky? You need to remember in old history, and even the top leader king, they will beg the sky rain.
Yes.
Why?
Mm,
Because without rain, you don't have food.
mm-hmm,
People suffer.
mm-hmm.
So that's why rain is for them is a good things, not bad things.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
it's a good
So
sign, huh? The
Yeah. So that's why they said you need, the think about the beginning, and it's you're not prepared,
Mm-hmm,
then you have to wait the rain coming. So nature is like that.
mm-hmm,
So it's just use the nature imaging to explain the things.
mm-hmm,
So Trump is also, because he want to make people think, can everything back to the nature order.
mm-hmm,
So he had to do this conflict
mm-hmm.
because he have to correct something wrong.
Yeah.
He have to doing that. So he have to win. For the heaven, the imaging, you fix the problem is the water.
Mm-hmm,
So all the earth need water. So the water come.
mm-hmm,
So wash away bad things, For the she, I also post one Trump's talking. So first I just quick explain, because she, and a long time ago in the Bosu I Ching, and its words is not like that. It's called like a ru, and so I put the picture image of that. So that word is means, like if you had a baby chicken come out and the feather is all wet. So it's like if you had a shower
mm-hmm,
and your whole body is wet.
mm-hmm,
Why wet? Is because you need water. But she is means the water haven't come yet. So I put another image about a hexagram. So it's like if you sit on the fly and a plane, and sometimes you can see the plane can fly over the cloud. So, like if we stand on the bottom ground, we watch the sky, we can see, oh, there is a cloud in the sky. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
But, that that's the sky. But up the sky also they had another area. So, but the cloud is up to the sky. So that's why the sky, the young, that we call heaven is at the bottom and the water is on the top. So when water goes up, it will become like a cloud. So that's the one, it's coming. So that's the two images. So I put for the words meaning, and for the Trump, and Trump is what he said. He said for the Iran war, he said just sit back and relax. It will all work out well in the end. So when the before like have a storm or the cloud on the sky, and sometimes you need a patient to wait. So the imaging is says, the I Ching imaging says clouds raising up to heaven, the image of waiting. Thus the supreme man eats and drinks, is joyous and of good cheer. So that's why. So it's like when you had a very strong demand for big things, and sometimes you need to relax a bit to wait the good things coming. So at the moment, Trump had two. I put two things. Definitely had lots of things, but one is Iran war, and so Trump sent his message says, just sit back and relax. It will be all work out well in the end. And this sentence exactly is talk about the Xu hexagram.
Suddenly I just, is a one sentence that just jump into my mind is, in Chinese we say 该吃吃该喝喝, right? 啥事不往心里
Yeah,
搁.
yeah.
Okay.
So it's like same like your body, if the three yang is like your head, then the water is like your body. So you have to, your mind maybe had something, you need worried or something you haven't sure or something, but you have to be calm and see what situation go. Because if you can't hold yourself, maybe the things getting worse. So that's why you have to wait.